Hey everyone and welcome back. We're diving into something super relevant this month for all you Zumba Fit chicks out there, especially with February's less is more theme. It's all about finding simple strategies that make healthy living, well, a little less complicated.
Exactly. And one area where simplicity can make a world of difference, it's protein. We know it's essential for building and repairing those muscles. After all those awesome Zumba routines, but sometimes getting enough can feel like a puzzle.
Yeah, totally. Okay, so let's unpack this. You know those moments when you're just staring into the fridge and it's the same chicken breast or protein shake staring back at you? Ugh, it can be so easy to fall into a rut. But luckily, you've got an amazing resource to help shake things up. Have you heard of Carmina Mez's guide? It's called 11 Easy Ways to Get 25 plus grams of protein fast.
Oh, yeah. What's so interesting about Carmina's approach is that she really understands the importance of making protein exciting. And dare I say, even fun. When you genuinely enjoy what you're eating, you're far more likely to stick with it. It's so true. And she's packed this guide with recipes that deliver a serious protein punch. We're talking 25 grams or more per serving, all without sacrificing flavor or ease. Plus, she really gets that you're all busy. So these recipes are designed to fit into your on-the-go Zumba lifestyle.
It's really cool how she takes seemingly simple ingredients
Mm-hmm.
and turns them into protein powerhouses. For example, she has a smoked salmon salad. Not only does it deliver a hefty dose of protein, it also packs in those omega-3 fatty acids, which, as you know, are crucial for muscle recovery and reducing inflammation.
Yes. Speaking of inflammation, I think we can all relate to those sore muscles
Oh,
after an intense Zumba class, right? So
okay.
getting those omega-3s is a win-win. Now, I'm also loving the zesty cottage cheese toast. I mean, who doesn't love a good toast upgrade?
This one is brilliant for a couple of reasons. First, it's a quick and easy way to get a protein boost, especially if you're rushing out the door in the morning. But what's often overlooked about cottage cheese is its calcium content. Calcium is vital for maintaining bone health, which is especially crucial for high-impact activities like Zumba. Strong bones, strong Zumba moves. I love it. But what about when those snack cravings hit? We all know those moments.
Oh, yeah, for sure. That's where Carmina's Veggie Ricotta Snap Jar comes in. It's a super convenient and delicious way to sneak in some protein and healthy fats. And having pre-portioned snacks ready to go can be a game changer when it comes to making healthy choices, especially when you're on the move.
I'm all about those grab-and-go options.
Yeah.
And speaking of, the turkey and avocado wrap also caught my eye. It's basically a lean protein and healthy fat party, wrapped up in a lettuce leaf, so easy to prep ahead, and perfect for tossing in your gym bag.
What I appreciate about this recipe is that it highlights Carmina's emphasis on using whole, unprocessed foods. She even provides a tip to keep roasted chicken or turkey on hand
Yeah.
to speed up the prep time.
Oh, it's a good one. Okay, now this one sounds really interesting, and maybe a little fancy for a quick protein fix. The Mexican shrimp cocktail. Is it as simple as it sounds?
Surprisingly, yes. Carmina manages to pack a ton of flavor into this recipe while keeping the ingredient list and prep time minimal. It's a great example of how you can elevate your protein choices without spending hours in the kitchen.
I'm starting to sense a theme here. Delicious, convenient, and protein-packed. It's like Carmina saying, hey, getting your protein doesn't have to be a boring chore.
And that's such an important message because when we start to see healthy habits as enjoyable and sustainable, that's when real change happens.
So true. And we've only scratched the surface here. There are 6 more protein-packed recipes waiting for you in Carmina's guide.
So much good stuff. Welcome back, everyone. We're continuing our deep dive into making protein work for you, especially with that less is more mindset we're embracing this February.
And I have to say, I'm already feeling so inspired to ditch those boring protein routines.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Carmina's guide is like a breath of fresh air. It's showing us that getting enough protein can be both easy and enjoyable. But before we jump into more recipes, I'm curious about some of those bonus tips you mentioned earlier.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. One that really resonated with me is Carmina's suggestion to look for cottage cheese with added probiotics. It's such a simple way to enhance the nutritional value of a staple ingredient.
Now, I've heard about the benefits of probiotics for gut health, but I've never specifically looked for cottage cheese. With them already added, what are the specific advantages? And do you have any brand recommendations?
That's a great question. Probiotics are beneficial bacteria that support a healthy gut microbiome, which plays a crucial role in digestion, nutrient absorption, and even immune function. Adding a probiotic-rich cottage cheese to your diet can be a convenient way to support gut health, especially if you're not a fan of taking supplements. As for brands, there are several great options out there. Look for brands that specifically mention live and active cultures on the label.
Okay, great. Fantastic tip. It's all about those little tweaks that can make a big difference. Now, what was that other tip about having cooked chicken or turkey on hand? That sounds right up my alley. For those busy weeknights?
It's such a game changer. Imagine this. You come home from a killer Zumba class, and you're starving. Instead of reaching for something less than healthy, you have pre-cooked protein ready to go. You can throw it into a salad, a wrap, or even just snack on it with some veggies. It's all about setting yourself up for success.
I love that proactive approach. It's like you're anticipating those moments of weakness
Ah.
and arming yourself with a healthy alternative. But what really impressed me about Carmina's guide is that it's not just a collection of recipes. She actually takes the time to explain the why behind her recommendations.
Exactly. She understands that when you know why something is beneficial, you're more likely to incorporate it into your lifestyle. For example, she emphasizes the importance of omega-3 fatty acids for muscle recovery, which is incredibly relevant for our active Zumba Fit audience. She also highlights calcium's role in maintaining strong bones, which is essential for all those high-impact moves we do in class.
All right, it's like having a personal nutritionist guiding you through each recipe and explaining how it supports your overall health and fitness goals. Now, before we dive back into those delicious recipes, I want to shift gears for a moment and ask you a personal question.
Sure.
Think about those times when you feel your absolute best, full of energy, strong, and ready to conquer the day. What role does protein play in those moments?
That's such a powerful question. For me, when I'm adequately fueled with protein, I feel more sustained energy throughout the day. I'm less likely to experience those energy crashes. That can derail my workouts and my productivity. I also notice a difference in my muscle recovery. When I'm consistent with my protein intake, my muscles feel less sore after intense workouts, and I'm able to bounce back more quickly.
I totally relate to that. It's not just about hitting a certain number of grams on a tracker. It's about how protein makes us feel
Yeah.
and how it empowers us to live our best lives, both on and off the dance floor.
Absolutely, and I think that's what Carmina's guide so beautifully illustrates. It's not about deprivation or restriction. It's about finding those protein sources that nourish our bodies, fuel our passions, and bring us joy.
And speaking of joy, let's get back to those delicious recipes. We've got a few more to explore that are sure to tantalize your taste buds and amp up your protein intake.
Let's do it.
Okay, up next we have the egg and veggie snack plate. It's a simple yet satisfying way to get a good balance of protein, healthy fats, and fiber.
This one is perfect for those who like to graze throughout the day. You can customize it with your favorite veggies and even add a dollop of hummus or guacamole for extra flavor and nutrients.
Yeah. Now, if you're looking for a super quick protein fix, you can't beat the beef jerky and almonds combo. It's like the perfect on-the-go snack. I always keep a bag of jerky and a container of almonds in my purse for those moments when hunger strikes.
Yeah, that's smart. It's a great reminder that you don't always need a complicated recipe to get your protein in. Sometimes simple is best. And this combo provides a great balance of protein and healthy fats, which can help keep you feeling satisfied and energized.
Now, I know tuna salad might not sound like the most exciting protein option, but Carmina's tuna salad lettuce wraps are anything but ordinary.
They're light, fresh, and packed with flavor thanks to the Greek yogurt, Dijon mustard, and lemon juice. Plus, using lettuce wraps instead of bread keeps the carbs lower and adds a nice crunch. It's a great way to lighten up a classic recipe without sacrificing taste or satisfaction.
I'm definitely adding that one to my meal prep list.
Ah.
Okay, if you're looking for a satisfying and protein-packed snack, that also happens to be incredibly easy to make. You have to try the edamame with tuna recipe.
It's a great example of how combining simple ingredients can create a surprisingly delicious and nutritious meal. Edamame is a complete protein, meaning it contains all 9 essential amino acids, which are the building blocks of protein.
I'm learning so much about protein today. Okay, are you ready for a recipe that's both healthy and feels like a treat? Enter the chicken hummus charcuterie plate.
Ooh, I like this one. This one really elevates the idea of a simple snack. It's perfect for a light lunch or dinner, and you can customize it with your favorite veggies. The combination of lean protein from the chicken, healthy fats from the hummus, and fiber from the veggies makes this a well-balanced and satisfying meal.
I love that. And finally, for all you coffee lovers out there, we have the iced coffee with cacao nibs. It's basically a protein-packed mocha that will give you a boost of energy and antioxidants.
It's a great way to add a touch of indulgence to your morning routine while sneaking in some extra protein. Just be mindful of the caffeine content if you're sensitive to it, especially later in the day.
Good point. So we've covered a lot of ground in this segment. From gut-healthy cottage cheese to protein-packed coffee, Carmina's Guide offers a wealth of ideas. to help you make protein a delicious and enjoyable part of your day.
And remember, it's not about being perfect or following a rigid plan. It's about finding what works for you, experimenting with new flavors, and making gradual changes that you can sustain over time.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm feeling so pumped after exploring all of these recipes, but I have to admit, sometimes the biggest hurdle isn't finding the right recipes. It's actually, you know, incorporating them into our busy lives.
Oh, yeah, I totally agree. Life can get so hectic, and it's easy to let those healthy habits slide when you're just feeling overwhelmed. But that's where I think that less is more approach comes in handy. It's about finding those small, sustainable changes that make a big impact over time.
Exactly. We're not talking about overhauling your entire routine overnight, right? It's about finding those simple tweaks that fit into your existing lifestyle. And I think Carmina's guide does a fantastic job of highlighting those practical strategies.
Absolutely. One of my favorite takeaways from the guide is her emphasis on prepping ahead. It doesn't have to be anything elaborate. Even just having some cooked chicken or turkey in the fridge can be a total game changer when you're short on time.
Yeah, it's like having your own personal protein shortcut ready to go. Toss
Right.
it in a salad, wrap it in lettuce, or pair it with some hummus and veggies for a satisfying snack plate.
For sure. And don't underestimate the power of a well-stocked pantry. Having staples like canned tuna almonds and cottage cheese on hand can really save the day when you're in a pinch.
So true. It's
Yeah.
all about setting yourself up for success. And speaking of success, you left us with such an insightful question in the last segment. You asked us to reflect on those times when we feel our best and how protein plays a role in those moments.
Yeah, it's so easy to get caught up in the numbers, like how many grams of protein should I be eating? What's the optimal protein powder? But sometimes we forget to just tune in to how our bodies actually feel.
Right. When I think about those times, when I'm feeling energized, strong, and mentally sharp, it usually coincides with, prioritizing protein and nourishing my body with what it needs.
It's amazing how that works, right? And that's the beauty of Carmina's approach. She emphasizes both the nutritional and the experiential aspects of protein. It's not just about what you eat, but how it makes you feel. Do you feel satisfied after your meals? Do you have sustained energy throughout the day? Are you recovering well from your workouts? These are all important clues that can guide your protein choices.
It's about finding those protein sources that truly light you up, both in terms of taste and how they support your overall well-being.
Exactly. And as you continue your protein journey, I encourage you to keep this question in mind. What protein choices will help me feel my absolute best?
It's such a powerful reminder that we have the power to choose foods that nourish and energize us, both on and off the Zumba dance floor.
And that's what this deep dive has been all about, equipping you with the knowledge, inspiration, and practical tools to make protein a delicious and empowering part of your Zumba Fit journey.
So to recap, we've explored Carmina Mevz's incredible guide, 11 easy ways to get 25 plus grams of protein fast. We've uncovered her secrets to making protein both delicious and convenient, and most importantly, we've empowered you to take charge of your protein intake and find what truly works for you.
Remember, this is just the beginning. Download Carmina's guide experiment with her recipes, and don't be afraid to get creative in the kitchen. And don't forget to tune into Carmina's Facebook page for more no-fuss strategies that make healthy habits easier to build and maintain.
Your body will thank you for it. And as always, keep those amazing bodies moving and grooving. Until next time.